What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for fitness. Can you rely on only and solely BJJ to get in shape? Let's jump in. First off, we need to determine what constitutes being in shape or fitness. For me, that means elevated stamina and cardiovascular health. That means stronger muscles. That means stronger joints and connective tissue like ligaments and tendons. It means weight loss like burning fat and also building muscle. The question is, can we get all of that from Jiu Jitsu? Well, first off, let's start with cardiovascular health. If you've been doing this art for a while, you know that Jiu Jitsu will strain, stress, and test your cardiovascular stamina. And to make this even more fun and practical, let's look at this from the perspective of someone who wants to get in shape and hasn't started down that road yet. Whether you're drilling at speed, you're flowing, or you're full-on sparring, you will get cardiovascular benefits from Jiu Jitsu, especially if you're starting from ground zero and haven't applied any kind of cardio training to your regimen yet. If I were to draw up a tier system for the various levels of cardio strain you'll see in Jiu Jitsu, and this is my opinion only, drawing from the 7 years of experience I've had, I'd put drilling at the very bottom of the tier list. If you're new to Jiu Jitsu or thinking about trying Jiu Jitsu, drilling is just working a move back and forth, or maybe I get 3 reps and then you get 3 reps. We're not pushing the cardio pace, but this is by no means a stressful or straining exercise. Next on the tier system above drilling would have to be flowing. And if you're new to Jiu Jitsu, flowing is basically a very light roll you're doing with your partner. You're letting him get chokes and submissions, but he's not completing them. He's letting you get out of them. You're just flowing through the movements. There's no stopping for breaks. You're finding new routes. When he puts on submissions, you escape. You put on submissions, he escapes. You guys continually move, and it's very slow, it's very light, but it's a little more fast-paced than drilling. Our heart rate goes up a little bit here. Because of this continuous movement, I'm putting it above drilling. Right above that on our tier system would be drilling for speed. So this could be sprawl drills back and forth. This could be takedown drills back and forth. You're drilling for speed here, so there's no breaks. You're hitting all the movements and the techniques at full speed. And because of that, you're gonna get a great cardio workout from this. The heart rate's gonna go up. You're gonna feel it. You're probably gonna gas out at some point. And this is great for cardiovascular health. And at the top of this tier system, I put sparring, because this is 100% combat. You and your drilling partner or your opponent are giving each other 100% of each other's efforts, and you're both trying to submit each other. You're both trying to escape with 100% effectiveness. And because of this, depending on your belt rank, your effectiveness and efficiency, and your style of rolling, you probably will get pretty close to your max heart rate here. So the main question is, does Jiu Jitsu help improve your cardiovascular health? Absolutely it does. And I'd even take that a step further by saying, if you're someone who hates cardio, I would definitely urge you to try Jiu Jitsu, because nothing makes you try harder than an opponent who's trying to choke you. I like to compare it to running from bears. Nothing's gonna make me run harder than if I have to run from a bear. Well, guess what? Nothing's gonna make you work harder on the mats is when someone's trying to choke you or break your arm. Now, obviously we're training in a controlled environment, so you don't have to worry about that, but it does help ramp up the effort. And if you're someone who hates doing cardio, check out Jiu Jitsu, because I think you're really gonna like it. The next question we have to ask ourselves is a big one. Does it help me lose weight or burn fat? Now, we have to remember, when we're in a state of weight loss, it's because we are burning more calories than we're consuming. And I'll be the first to tell you, it's nearly impossible to outwork a bad diet. It doesn't matter where you're at in your weight loss journey, whether you're starting or you've been doing it for a while. If you aren't eating less calories than you're burning, you're going to set yourself up for failure. With that being said, I track all my exercises, and between my weightlifting, my morning cardio, and my jiu-jitsu, nothing burns more calories than my jiu-jitsu training. I will track my morning cardio and my weightlifting workouts with my iWatch, while I also track my jiu-jitsu training with my Polar H10 heart rate monitor. And assuming that all of these tools are slightly inaccurate in their calorie burning count, it's not uncommon that I see jiu-jitsu trainings that last an hour burning 500 to 600 calories. Being that that may be a slightly inaccurate number, it's still a lot higher than my weightlifting workouts and my morning cardio. So assuming that you're doing everything right and you are trying to lose weight and you are keeping yourself in somewhat of a calorie deficit, yes, jiu-jitsu can help you lose weight and burn fat. It's not uncommon for us to see a person enter our gym as an overweight white belt and over the years transition into someone who's a relatively in shape blue belt. Obviously, these things take time, but if you're in the appropriate calorie range for your age, gender, and activity level, you can and will see weight loss from jiu-jitsu alone. The next question I'd like to ask, does it build bone and joint strength? Does it help with bone density? Does it help build tendon and ligament strength? And the truth is, any activity that puts strain on your bones or your ligaments or your tendons is going to help build strength in those areas. This is one of the main reasons I tell people they should be weightlifting alongside their jiu-jitsu training. It does help build bone density and strength, and it does definitely help build tendon and ligament strength. Anytime you're putting any of these things under pressure consistently and constantly, your body will adapt and you will become stronger, and this will help prevent injury. Now, obviously, we're asking, can this occur from jiu-jitsu training alone? And the answer is yes, because it's putting pressure and strain on your bones and joints. But just to reiterate, I do recommend weightlifting alongside jiu-jitsu training because it will take all of those aspects to the next level. The last and final question, and possibly the most exciting question I like to ask myself in this area, does it help build muscle? And to answer this question, it really depends on where you're at in your journey. If you're brand new to exercise and you're just jumping into jiu-jitsu, then yes, you're probably going to build muscle from this. But if you're someone who's been an athlete all your life, or at least for a few years, whether that be weightlifting or some other kind of sport, you're probably not going to build a ton of muscle from this. You may build some supplemental strength because you are going to be using new movements and new muscles that you haven't really ever used before, especially if you're new to jiu-jitsu. Someone like me who comes from a wrestling background with bodybuilding and powerlifting mixed in, I'm probably not going to build more muscle on top of my frame, but I can build different kind of muscle on my frame. Mainly in bodybuilding and powerlifting, we're building fast twitch muscle fibers, the big muscle fibers, the ones that are great for aesthetics and the ones that make you look good with your shirt off. With jiu-jitsu, I'm going to build up more of my stamina muscle fibers, my slow twitch and my intermediate twitch muscle fibers, which is great for combat stamina, but doesn't do much for aesthetics. Now, if you're someone who's completely new to all forms of training, you will build muscle from jiu-jitsu. You probably will burn fat and you'll build visible muscle that looks good when you're shirtless, especially if you're keeping yourself in a caloric deficit, whether that's coming from eating less food or training so much that it puts you in a caloric deficit. So to answer the question, if you're someone who's looking to begin training jiu-jitsu as a means to get in shape, yes, it can help you build muscle. Are you going to look like a bodybuilder? No. So if you're solely relying on jiu-jitsu to meet your fitness needs, you'll probably build a frame that's similar to like an MMA fighter who doesn't do much weightlifting. I like to call this the Tarzan build because they're lean, they're muscular, they look like they can fight, but at the same time, you're not hulking like a bodybuilder and you're not going to be thick like a powerlifter. You're going to be more lean and wiry, aka the Tarzan build. So to answer the question, can you get in shape utilizing only Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, assuming you're in the correct caloric range? Yes, 100% you absolutely can. Personally, I love to mix jiu-jitsu with my functional training and my weightlifting workouts. I'm a little more muscular than the average jiu-jitsu guy, but I'm also not as muscular as the average bodybuilder. I'm somewhere in between, and I like that because I can still be athletic and fast and strong, and I still feel confident when I take my shirt off. Because at the end of the day, if you say you don't care about how you look, I just don't believe you. I definitely care about how I look, 100% transparency. That is important to me, and I think it's all right for that to be important for you. So don't let anybody take that from you. If you want to look good with your shirt off, there's so many different things you can do, but jiu-jitsu is a great way to start to build that confidence, get yourself in shape, which can honestly transfer in other things. You know, you may build the confidence it takes you to get into a gym and train. Being an online coach, I see a lot of people who are intimidated by the weight room. I see a lot of people who are intimidated by the gym. And jiu-jitsu could be a great way to build your confidence, get yourself in shape to the point where you feel comfortable walking into a weight room. You feel comfortable walking into a commercial gym and crushing a workout. And you don't care who's there, you don't care who's looking at you. So 2 thumbs up, 100% yes, use jiu-jitsu to get in shape. 100% yes, if you haven't done any kind of training in the past, jump into some jiu-jitsu because I think it can be life-changing for you, as it has been for so many people before us. And if you feel completely lost with getting your calories and macros dialed in, what workouts you should be doing, how much BJJ training you should be doing, you can sign up to work with me personally. I'll leave a link in the description below that you can tap. You can set up a free consult with one of my teammates where we can see if training with me is right for you. Guys, at the end of the day, whatever you choose to do, I'm here to help. I'm here to be a resource. I have more recipes coming, I have more workouts coming, and I have more jiu-jitsu content coming. So whether you decide to sign up for my coaching or you just keep watching my videos and the content I put out, I'm here to help you and help see you succeed. Just remember that simple action always beats perfect action. We can never be perfect. As long as you continue to try to move forward, you're gonna do great. With that being said, guys, I hope you got something out of today's video. Until next time, you know how we like to end them. Eat plants, train hard, and feel good. I'll see you in the next one. Trust me on this. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Just go train. Go sign up for jiu-jitsu. Go sign up for a gym. The body and the athleticism that you want are out there. All you got to do is go get it. Remember, simple action beats perfect action every time. Come on.